Hey, yeah, so I built this Jaws deck at a time when I wasn't really playing much Magic, but it was like a 4 month break I took from the game. But this commander came out, and I think like it just seemed way too cool to not build it. I love the art so much on this card. Um, I love the movie. I love blood tokens. So yeah, I think everything about it just seems so cool to me. The fact that it's like an artifact, but it's like an artifact deck, but it's like not really an artifact deck. It's like kind of mono red aristocrats, like even more so than like some of these pinging decks like Norn the Wary or Perforos. So yeah, I'm really excited to play this deck more and kind of do what it does. I don't think it's so unique, in my opinion, because of the patterns of like discarding and drawing and kind of doing stuff with like your graveyard, or like maybe you want to play like madness cards and you can like discard the madness card to like a blood token and then play it for its madness cost. Yeah, I think it's so cool. So during the break of time when I put together the deck, I actually goldfished it so much on Moxfield and in paper. Goldfish, kind of ironic considering it's a fishy itself, a shark. Yeah, just because I wasn't in the mood to like, I guess, play too much Magic, but I still was kind of like, I just found it really fun to goldfish because you can kind of like predict what will happen. Oh, you attack with Jaws. Oh, you do the best attack to guarantee you get the 5 blood tokens. All right, cool. You've got your 5 blood tokens and maybe a couple mana. Boom. What do you do from here? Ooh, let's discard some cards, draw some cards, see what I draw into. Like it is a very fun deck to goldfish. But I think even more than that, it's going to be fun to play. So let's figure out what maybe some of the weaker cards are and figure out what I can add in to make it even better. I think for this, I'm just going to kind of make the piles first, one at a time, instead of trying to do rampant card draw and all that all together. I am seeing I put a blood moon in here. I don't know what I was thinking about that. Oh, I think I know. At the time I was goldfishing this, I wasn't planning on playing as much as I am on this server, the spell table server, where brackets are kind of more defined. I think I put this deck together with like the local shop in mind, where you can play blood moon at a bracket 3 level. I wish I could. I really wish I could play blood moon. I wish the world was ready for blood moon in bracket 3. Because I would put it in so many decks, not just monocolored decks. I think I'd put it in decks where like I have no basics, honestly. I just think it's a necessary effect to stop some of these super crazy unresponsible decks. Not the mana base necessarily, just like the cards they play and the way they play. I think it's a good card for that. Anyway, that being said, I will have to take Blood Moon out, so that's cool. Before I even start making my piles, I already have a card that I know won't be in the deck. Alright, anyway, let's keep going with the ramp here. Mox Opal's sweet because of the blood tokens. It's kind of just like a extra land drop. Soul Ring, Reaver Cleavers. Nah, I can't call Reaver Cleaver ramp. That's not realistic. Jeska's Will. I think I could call that ramp. Yeah. No, Jeska's Will just goes in its own pile. Jeska's Will is just its own thing. Facebreaker, yeah, that's ramp, because I'd played on turn 3 and then Jaws turn 4 off of Facebreaker. Knuckles is not really the same, because if you play it turn 4, then you're still getting your commander out turn 5. Like, it doesn't change that math. Yeah, no, but yeah, these 3 mana ramping cards I think kind of count as, or 3 mana cards that make a treasure when they deal damage or other things. Like, oh, I guess Pain Distributor is awkward then, because you wouldn't get the Jaws turn 4 off a Pain Distributor. But yeah, like it's ramp as much as like some of these other things like this and Big Score. They're like ramp adjacent, I guess you could say. I guess Reaver Cleaver is also ramp adjacent. Sticky Fingers. Because like they'll ramp you once you're like already doing the thing, I guess is how I would put it. So that's like disingenuous ramp. Crookline Ironworks is not ramp. That's a I'm gonna take over the game card. Throne of Eldrains, both. Spiteful Banditry is multimodal in a way. Okay. Yeah, I think at this point I can kind of look at like card draw, I guess. But I think a lot of the card draw is in this pile here, which I should explain. Niflheim Blaze. Maybe I'm trying to get too tricky with it by like saying these are like doing more than one thing, but I do think like if a card is gonna just draw me cards, then it will just draw me cards, and I need to kind of like honor that. And I'll have plenty of time to talk about nuance when we get there. But I don't want to like overshadow things that are card draw by getting into the nuance now when I have other piles of cards I need to make, I guess. Maybe interaction now can be a pile. Ooh, look at that. Look at me being responsible in my mono red deck with all this interaction. Wait, is that 2 Tybalt's Trickery? Did I miss something? I forgot if... No, I think it's just one. Chaos Warp. I guess Price of Progress is... Price of Progress I wouldn't really say is interaction. Okay, only 1 Tybalt's Trickery. Good. Where am I at now? I think damage amplifiers and pinging, things that lean into the trigger of the shark or other artifacts for that matter. Yeah. Okay, that's that. Okay, and then maybe like game ending cards can go here. And then board wipes can go there. And then equipment. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, these are all the pinging effects. I mean, that's a weird one. Okay. Game enders. And equipment. Cool. I think it's funny that I'm running Vandal Blast in it. Oh, right. I was like, I'm the artifact deck, so why am I running Vandal Blast? Like, I don't need to destroy other people's, but right, the Jaws trigger cares about artifacts leaving play, so Vandal Blast will kind of function as like a pinging spell for that reason. That's the reason. I guess it would go more in removal interaction, even though it's sorcery speed. So here's kind of some like generic piles, but I guess now I'll get into like these kind of like nuanced cards of they're like kind of card draw, ramp, removal, playing around with like cross synergies. I guess there's quite a few. So Chandra's Incinerator, the Jaws effect is like a non-combat damage, so Chandra's Incinerator will like turn that into removal. So I'll put with like removal and interaction. Virtue of Courage, right? It's removal, but also with the Jaws trigger, it's like insane card advantage, like giga card advantage. So I think the main point of why I played this card is for the card advantage, I guess you could say. So I'll play with that. It's out of hand, and you can only play it on the turn it's exiled, so it's kind of bad in a way, but it is a may. You may, so you don't need to put yourself at a disadvantage. So I think that's cool. Inti, when you attack, you can discard a card. When you do, put a +1 counter on it. When you discard one or more cards, exile top card of your library. You may play a card until your next turn. So yeah, it's kind of card advantage, but the reason I didn't put it with like card advantage initially is because it's only really gonna like get crazy once you have the blood tokens from Jaws. So until then, it's like not doing too much, but I'll still put it with card advantage. Rune Grinder, you could mountain cycle it, and most of the game I do. So I think most of the game I don't even play it for like 6 mana. So that's why I didn't put it with card draw, because like you need to play it and it needs to die before you can get the discard draw 7. I might actually cut it then, yeah, because I don't want to mountain cycle for 2 and have this card that like I'll hardly ever play when I already have like other card draw things options. So yeah. Snort. I like that this has flashback, so with the blood token you can get it into graveyard and then do it for flashback, but I also like that, yeah, you can just play it. Each player may discard their hand and draw 5 cards, and then it also has damage on it, so it's doing a few things for me pretty good. But yeah, I think card draw pile just makes sense, even though it also has the damage ability on it. I'm running all these things that just kind of like discard cards, draw cards, and give you treasures. Seize the Spoil, Pirate's Pillage, Big Score. I think Unexpected Windfall's in here, right? Yeah, Unexpected Windfall. So yeah, just Red's card draw is kind of just how it is. And Jaws, get those treasures, sack them, ping all my other pingers, Ingenious Artillerist, Hedron Detonator, West Stock Garden, Fire Reckless Fireweaver. Yeah, it's just ticking off a few boxes. I think the thing they're doing the most, the reason they cost as much as they do, is because they're not just getting treasures, they're drawing cards, so these will go in card draw. I think makes the most sense. You play this on a turn when you kind of like miss your land drop or whatever, and you need to hit those lands. Crime Novelist, kind of Game Ender, honestly. I guess that would go kind of with Krark-Clan Ironworks and maybe Radiant Lotus. These are like, you play these when you're kind of ready to win or take over a game. So I'll put that with like Seize the Day and Insurrection and stuff like that in this pile of like, okay, I'm making moves. I'm not just gonna ping you guys now. I'm ready to have this like explosive play. Nibelheim Aflame. Choose a creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. If it was cast from graveyard, discard your hand, draw 4 cards. Wonderful. You can play it as kind of a Chandra's Ignition, minus the damage to face. But yeah, so just a way to kind of clear out the board so Jaws can get through. But more importantly, the flashback, once again, just cards that you can be okay discarding to get that with that blood token, knowing that you can play it again later and still get value out of it. I think these things are really cool. So I'll put it with wipes, even though it has the card draw on it, because I think that's sort of like what it will always sort of do, you know? Spiteful Banditry. I think Ramp. I think you're totally okay playing this on like turn 2, even if it doesn't deal damage. Throne of Eldraine, yeah, mono red, you just name red. I think you put this with Ramp. You'd have to be pretty desperate to be at the point where you're drawing the cards with this deck, I think. And Curse of Opulence, yeah, I can put this with Ramp, but yeah, the reason I didn't initially is it's like, if my only creature I'm really attacking with is Jaws, then it's not ramping me into Jaws necessarily. But I like that it gives everybody tokens that they can sack, so just more things to trigger Jaws with. Sticky Fingers, just make it the Jaws attack a little bit better. Menace plus Trample, pretty good. And just a treasure on attack, and when it dies you draw a card. It does so much. I think Sticky Fingers is a sweet card in this kind of deck. When I used to have a Slicer deck, I played Sticky Fingers. Yeah, I'll put it with like equipment and stuff. Reaver Cleaver, I really don't like Reaver Cleaver. I don't know why, it's hard to explain. It's just like I don't like equipment that costs too much to equip. I think it just makes it too much of a problem for people. But a 6/6 Reaver Cleaver gains 6 treasures and 6 blood, like that's kind of nasty. I think that if any deck can get away with it, this deck comes to mind. Jessica's Will kind of should just get its own pot. No, I'll just put with like the game ender cards. Same with where'd the One Ring go? Oh, it was probably with card draw. But yeah, Jessica's Will, crazy. Same with this Monument to Endurance, like not really a game ender, but like one of the best cards in the deck for sure. This and like Krark Clan Ironworks, maybe Radiant Lotus. But yeah, Monument to Endurance, the fact that it like costs less and maybe doesn't immediately get removed like the other ones, I think that kind of makes it pretty cool. I might be cutting Pain Distributor. I'm mono red and I don't really want to help out other people. And then Knuckles the Echidna, yeah, it's not here for the game winning effect. I don't think this deck needs Knuckles. Yeah. Dang, only 4 cuts so far. Let me do a quick scan, see if there's anything that comes to mind as a potential cut. I can look through the land, see what I was thinking, if there's anything that's like silly. I love that I get to play these. I built a Slicer deck and took it apart, but this was the mana base for my Slicer deck, these beautiful colorways lands. Yeah. Shinka's interesting. What is this? Target legendary creature you control gets first strike. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah. I think the issue is I didn't have enough because my Slicer deck was like CEDH, or trying to be. So I only had like, I think like 22 of these colorways lands. So I needed to like kind of figure out what else I was going to add to get it to 30 whatever. And if I'm being honest, I'm pretty sure there's not even 35. We can count 4, 5, 6, 7, 32 lands, yeah. Okay, so if anything, maybe add 1 or 2 more, but pretty greedy on that mana base for sure. A lot of ramp though, and the deck is really kind of only doing one thing, just trying to play Slicer and attack. Curse of Opulence, Throne of Eldraine, Spiteful Banditry, Warring Triad, Threat Dynamo, Mindstone. Oh, Warring Triad's cool, right? Because you'll be discarding a lot, so you can kind of get it to be a creature, and I think like that's okay. Like sometimes you're like, I don't want Warring Triad to be a creature. You like that it's just whatever, but I think having a 5/5 flyer might be kind of nice in this deck. Yeah, some kind of weird mana rocks. Like I don't usually run Mindstone in just any deck. Liquid Metal Torque in a mono red deck, I guess that's just if you have like like the Vandal Blast, you can like turn something into an artifact. That's sort of the thinking behind that. So turn something into an artifact and then Jaws, like they lose a life or whatever. It's like not the most crazy, but Ornithopter Paradise, that might get cut. I get them just trying to find all these things that like ramp on 2 or whatever, and I get like I'm not running the Ruby Medallion because I have so many artifacts, and so I don't want to like necessarily cost reduce just red stuff when there's so many colorless things. But anyway, yeah, that's sort of that. In a way, Kiki Jiki's kind of bad because the token I would make would just be like Jaws, I guess. So I don't need that Jaws token. Maybe I can cut that. Card draw, big score. I mean, think these are all good. Mind's Eye, I don't like. It is good, but it might be a little too much mana. I think Ox of Agonis is awesome because you can escape it and get to see 3 more cards that way. You know, there's actually that card. It's like a creature that gives I'm trying to think of what it is. It's like kind of similar to the Ox. Let me go find it. I remembered the name. It's the Erupting Nullkite. I remembered as I went to go get the cards. And I guess I'm thinking, like, would I rather that? But I think Erupting Nullkite's just worse, right? When you cast this spell, you can exile your hand and draw 3 cards, and it has a merge. No, I think that does something very different from the Ox and kind of worse. So anyway, yeah, I think Ox is cool tech. Is it the best card? No, but it's kind of fun. I like that it's kind of borderline playable in this deck. But yeah, Mind's Eye, I mean, I want to, but I think it's a little too overcosted. For removal, I think I'm going to cut Vandal Blast. It's just sorcery speed. Lightning Bolt, I mean, I just want to play it in this deck. It's not the best by any means, but it's so cool that I have 3 or 4 of Lightning Bolts with this art, and I don't know where else to put them, so yeah. Hadouken. My board wipe pile. This would stay. This card's so good. Reckless Endeavor. And Blasphemous Act. Great card. Selective Obliteration. Choose a color, then each player's... I think I need this because it'll force removal of some problem cards. It won't answer everything, but it'll answer some things. And in a monocolored deck that doesn't have great permanent removal, this is a good answer. For these game-ending cards, like, I think everything's doing its job. Seize the Day, yeah, the flashback is nice. Memory Jar, that can stay. I don't know how it ended up over here. Should be with card draw. All these pingers. Torbrand's not a pinger on its own, so I don't know about that. Same with O'Hare Axonal. Like, these are good cards, don't get me wrong, but they amplify things that I already do. And personally, I would rather a card do its thing without needing to be like dead on its own. So I'm gonna kind of like put these in a considering to cut, but I'm not gonna straight up cut them yet. Reaver Cleaver, Arterial Alchemy gets me 3 blood tokens for 3 mana. I don't think I ever am equipping, so I think I can cut the Arterial Alchemy. Shadow Spear is great, good stabilization, gives lifelink is so nice, but I feel like I do this. I glaze cards. I'm like, oh, it's so good, and I'm like, but I might cut it, and genuinely I might. I'm mono red. I can't really ever stabilize. Like, this is a train with one destination, no return trip, you know. I'm burning people down and I'm going down with them. I don't think lifelink has a place in this deck. And it already has trample, so I don't need to give trample to the shark. This is sweet, because if I can't get through with the shark, then this will give the hexproof, and then it also has ward 2, so just some light protection. And then Greaves, yeah, I'm not really ever needing to like equip my creature beyond, I mean, like a Sticky Fingers, you can't. If I draw Sticky Fingers and Greaves is already on the shark and I don't have another equip, then this might be like the only time when this would get burned instead of having Swift Foot Boots. Other than that, yeah, Shroud is fine for this deck, I think. Reaver Cleaver, man. I don't know. Equip 3. I think it's just too steep. I don't think I can. I think it's just a little too steep. Alright, so this gives me, I think, a good amount of wiggle room. I don't think there's too many cards I'm like trying to like really fight for having in this deck. Like, yeah, there's good cards for sure, but yeah, I mean, let's take a look, right? I think that's the only way to know for sure if I need to be adding more or not. See what 3 months ago me thought would be a good idea. Maybe it's been 4 months by now. I bought this card for the deck and just did not like it as much as I thought I would, but I'm gonna revisit the idea. Emrakul. Like, I went and I looked up like every Ruby Medallion. Part of me, I guess, was like, oh, maybe I should put it in. We'll see. Right, because it's like, oh, Surly Badgersaur I wanted to add, but it just cost too much, so I was waiting for this proxy order to put it in. This is like a definite add, and I think I already have an Urza Saga, so no Urza Saga. Yeah, Surly Badgersaur is like 100% going in. I don't know if I have a Wheel of Misfortune. That's interesting. I think like I want a Wheel of Misfortune if I don't have one, but I think I do. Oh, I don't. Okay, cool. So yeah, Wheel of Misfortune and Surly Badgersaur. Faithless Looting. Okay, Roaming Throne, naming Shark doubles the trigger of blood tokens and the ping. So it like doubles both triggers. That seems great. But it's 4 mana. But I guess, oh right, because you would play your Shark and you wouldn't be able to attack right away anyway. So then you'd play this on the turn you attack with Shark. But then it just means if they were already thinking about killing the Shark, they just kill Shark anyway. 10 blood tokens. That's pretty good. It does so much for this deck. Like I think if you're looking at like Torbran and being like that amplifies damage, then you should look at Roaming Throne for the same cost, because it's gonna do what Torbran does but kind of have Ward 2, so in a way be better. So between these three, I think I would take Sulfim out and have Roaming Throne over a Sulfim. Yeah. So I'll put Sulfim in the cuts. And Roaming Throne is a probable add. What's this cool but rude? What is this Ninja Turtle card doing? When you attack, discard a card. If you do, draw a card. When you discard a card, the class deals 2 damage to each opponent. That's sweet. Yeah. I think just looking at like the blood tokens in as many ways as possible as like your deck's plan, and like figuring out like all these ways to like exploit it, like when it comes in, when it leaves play, like when you do a thing because of the blood token, like just squeeze as much value as you can out of it. And then level 3, you get a tutor for a card, you get a gamble pretty much. So I think this is one of those times where like a class does 3 things well, and that's really exciting to see. So I like that. Feedback Bolt. Deal damage to target player equal to the number of artifacts you control. So while I do like this effect, I think I won't have enough blood tokens to really get enough out of a Feedback Bolt. Right? Because if I do that play with like the like Jeweled Lotus card or whatever, what is it called? The Radiant Lotus, and I sack all my blood tokens and I start like looking for cards, and the card I find is Feedback Bolt. Well, where'd all my blood tokens go, right? So it is cool. It is instant speed, but I think it's too fragile. Okay, what else do we have? Well, if I'm running Cool but Rude, and the effect to get it to this chapter is 3 mana, and Psychosis Crawler's 5 mana for a similar effect, I think I would want this. This is a game-ending card. All right, so what other cards end the game? I think I saw like 1 or 2 more, right? Is it just that? If I'm looking for a game-ending card, I mean, Emrakul, I think the problem with Emrakul is you have to pay 6 colorless. And I don't know how I'm going to find 6 colorless. I think that's going to be the issue. Because that color of mana right there, that means it needs to be a colorless. It means you can't use like 6 red mana. When you cast this spell, gain control of all creatures target player controls. So it is so good, but it's too prohibitive to cast. I think, yeah, I should add in a game ender. What's the issue with Ancient Copper Dragon is you just, there's not enough ways to give it haste. The only decks like this card are really good in are the ones where you can guarantee 100% that this card will attack the turn it comes in. I don't think you play a 6 mana on damage creature unless like you can guarantee it in your 99 for like any deck. I mean, by that logic, right, well, this is an upkeep trigger, so it's a little less scary than a damage trigger. It gives you access to like 3 more cards. Like, that's kind of good. And you get value out of the cards too. Yeah, I think I could maybe try out Bone Horde. I think I'll put this in the maybe though. Like, I think these are like for sure adds. These, I mean, Roaming Throne, I guess, could be a maybe too. These 4 are for sure. Then we can take a look at like the artifact cards, like cards that get me more from having artifacts in play, and decide if that's the direction I want to go, which I don't think it is, because like truly this deck is I think a aristocrat's not a full-on artifact deck. So to that extent, like, what is a scrap mastery really getting me back? Like, if we look at all the cards in the deck, like what 1, 2, like, are there big artifacts where I would like be concerned about them going to graveyard and be like, I would want that back if like anything were to happen? And like, not really. Like, but what the scrap mastery does do, I guess, that like is kind of relevant, even if it only brings back like 2 or 3, is it will trigger Jaws a bunch. When a non-creature artifact is sacrificed or destroyed, deal 1 damage to each opponent. So in a way, it's a board wipe that does damage. I guess that is, yeah, I think that's good. That's kind of like doing what Vandal Blast does, but better. Yeah. This is playing with fire. This is a little spooky. The Mycosynth Lattice, turning everything into an artifact. I mean, I don't know if I want to mess with this. This is yeah, it's a little too spooky. So yeah, the Audacious Reshapers, right? You can reshape a blood token into kind of anything. I think anything would be better than a blood token. Like, even if you ping yourself for like 10, digging 10 deep before you finally hit it, like, I think that's still fine. And like, you get like a soul ring out of it, or like the worst I could do is like get like a liquid metal torque or a mind stone and end up pinging myself for 15 to get there. Yeah, that's okay. And by the way, I should revisit this. The Psychosis Crawler might be bad, because I think there are times where I go down to 0 cards and then it will die. Or if I cast a Wheel of Fortune, I think it checks the Wheel of Fortune, sees you have 0 cards in hand. Or no, it doesn't. No, I don't think it would. I'm trying to think, because like with a Living Death or something, if you have like a Lord of Extinction in play, Living Death I think kills Lord of Extinction. So would a wheel kill Psychosis Crawler? I think it does. Yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong there. But yeah, I guess like my point is Psychosis Crawler is like not good if it will die to like seeing me have 0 cards in hand at any given point. So maybe I hold off on that. I'll put it with these maybes. Karn will see all the blood tokens and get me the colorless mana, but I don't think this deck like wants I don't think the deck wants the mana at the beginning of upkeep. It wants it like after combat. So maybe no Karn. And 5 mana is a lot. Gauntlet of Power, I have the other one that cares about just red stuff. So maybe I go no on this. It's like Gauntlet of Might, I think. The mono red Gauntlet of Power. Chiskoria Affinity for artifacts is cool, but yeah, once again, it's like you get all the artifacts after attacking. So yeah, and then like exile in top 5, as I already said, like there's just really not enough artifacts for Chiskoria's like trigger to get me much. So not the right deck for it. Sculpting Steel. Nope. As I said, yeah, it's not an artifact deck. I can't stress that enough. Dowsing Device. When Dowsing Device or another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, up to 1 creature gets +1/+0 and haste. Okay, so when Dowsing Device or another artifact enters the battlefield under your control. So the bad thing about this is if you have your big attack with the shark and you get your 5 bloods, then the buff and the haste do kind of nothing in a way. But that being said, if you play this or you play like an artifact and this is in play, okay, wait, how would it work? You play Jaws. No, you play Dowsing Device before Jaws comes out, then you play Jaws, then you play like some artifact or Dowsing Device, for example, give Jaws haste. Then it's good the turn you play Jaws, I guess. Or yeah, no, it's I'm kind of like confusing myself, but I guess my point is I don't think the haste or the buff really matters on this side. But all that being said, I think it's a very flippable card, and the flip side is good because for 3 mana you can have a creature get +X/+O, where X is number of artifacts you control. I'm gonna counter what I just said again, I'll be honest, and point out that for the same reason I'm not super hot on Psychosis Crawler. No, what was the one I'm not super hot on? I think it was Karn. It was Karn and Feedback Loop. I don't think I'll have a bunch of blood tokens to like just lying around. I think I burn through blood tokens a lot with this deck based on the gold fishing I've done. And so I don't think the buff will ever be significant before combat. It would only be significant after the damage is dealt, at which point I don't really care about the shark's power. I only want the shark to have like a lot of power before combat. And this deck doesn't really do things before combat. It goes to combat, attacks, get the blood tokens, and then plays around the blood tokens. So you would think this card would be good. And yes, I mean, it is good. I think like if you're not trying to optimize the deck and like squeeze as much value as you can, there's no problem running Dowsing Device. But that's not what this video is about, or any of my like deck building videos. It's about like trying to get the most out of it. And sure, I could be wrong, and I have been wrong, and I've like, you know, cut a card and added it before. But yeah, I think for today, no Dowsing Device. Alright, Triple Triad. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player exiles top card of their library. Until the end of your turn, you may play the card. You own exiled this way, and each card exiled this way with a lesser mana value. Okay, so it's 6 mana card advantage. I don't really need opponents' cards. I'm not trying to like get the most out of their cards. I mean, sure, yeah, if they just have like generic card draw, you know, that's fine. But this isn't like a big mana value deck, and there are a lot of like kind of like cards that I don't really want to just be playing and like losing access to. So I don't know if Triple Triad's the move here. Maybe I should add this to my Rocco deck though. I think Rocco Cabaret Caterer would benefit from this. No, I think for the same reason. If you exile a card that you don't want to be casting in that moment, like maybe it's not good. And you can only cast the other cards until end of turn. You may play that card you own exiled this way, and each other card exiled this way with lesser mana value in it without paying their mana cost. So you can only cast the cards that aren't yours if you cast your card. So like it's not like one of those things where it's like you can play opponents' cards for free too, or like you just need to pay mana. Like no. So Yeah, I'm gonna go no on triple triad, which is rough because I bought this card and it's kind of narrow. Like, I don't know. There are decks I'm sure it's good in, but I just keep not finding out what that deck is. Maybe Imskir, because my Imskir deck has like a lot of high mana value things. We'll see. But today is not the day for triple triad. Risk factor. Target opponent may have risk factor, deal 4 damage to them. If that player doesn't, draw 3 cards. Instant speed and cast it from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to its other costs. Yeah, I might give it a try. I'll play with the maybes. Brass's Tunnel Grinder. I think that this is on an artifact, even though I said it's like not strictly an artifact deck, kind of makes this more enticing to me than like Invasion of Kaldheim, or I think there's the Valakut Awakening is another example. There might be a couple ways to like mess around and like get this back or copy it or get value out of it once it does its thing. And I mean, yeah, I always forget, but it does have the backside too where it can become a land. But I think just at face value, like you could play it and draw a card, right? Because it's discard +1. So I'll give this a try. I think I'll put in the for sure ads actually, not even the maybes, which is bold. I'm making a bold move. Anyway, Shreds of Sandy, return up to 1 target instant and up to 1 target sorcery from your graveyard to your hand, then exile it. Then discard a card and exile Shreds of Sandy. I don't like that I have to discard a card to do it. I missed that part when I first read it. Because I do like getting back instants and sorceries. I know they just made that card called Flashback recently from the Secrets of Strixhaven. I think I would rather that over this. Or like a Mystic's Mastery. I think that does sort of the same thing this would want to do. So I'm going to go no on Shreds of Sandy. I'll put in Faithless Looting. Such a cool card. I love the art on this thing. Everyone thought it was troll, man. I always stood by it. I wish I bought more. I think I own like 5 of them maybe. I stand by it. I think that's one of the coolest arts in all of Magic. I might try Ruby Medallion. I think I will. And then Redirect Lightning. This isn't the right deck to be paying 5 life in. I don't think this is it. March of Reckless Joy. Yeah, it's some good card advantage. Even if I don't have cards to like pitch to it to like see more cards, like just paying like 4 into it, instant speed before my turn. I think it's until the end of your next turn too. Yeah, cool. So you get like 2 turns to have access to them. All right, so like any true mono red deck, you know, I'm zooming through this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that 9 cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like 9 that I'm probably going to be adding out of how many cuts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. So I guess I am 3 over, and I do have 4 cards here. I'm not gonna commit to this though yet. I wanna do one more look at what I am like proposing to cut and see if I'm like making any mistakes with this. And I do think I need to be careful with the Psychosis Crawler. I don't think it's quite good enough. Same with the Faithless Looting. Like it does give me more cards. It just kind of like reselects, which is already, I guess, what the blood tokens are doing. And I don't think like the deck struggles for card selection because of the blood tokens. I think it struggles for card advantage. So I'm gonna go no on the Faithless Looting, no on the Psychosis Crawler. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that puts me 1 under, so I could just take 1 card out of here, but I think there are other good cards here. And I think Risk Factor and Bone Horde would be the 2 worst. So if I did that, then that puts me down to 9 cards, so I'm 3 over. The ones I would look at would be like Mind's Eye, maybe Fable the Mirror Breaker, maybe Rune Grinder, maybe Arterial Alchemy, maybe on that one. But yeah, I think, and then that would leave me with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Do I want to keep any of these? Mind's Eye, like later in the game, this might actually keep me in it. If I keep a hand with a bunch of ramp and then like this is like the end of the road, then, and like, you know, I did all my mono red things and I'm totally blown out, Mind's Eye might be the thing that gets me back in it. Like that and like One Ring are kind of it. Oh right, and I have Torbrand and Oharaxanil too. I mean, if a source you control would deal amount of non-combat damage less than Oharaxanil's power to an opponent. Alright, so it turns 1 damage into 4, and this turns 1 damage into 3. I'm gonna leave both these in. They are better than the Soul Fim, I guess. Mirror Breaker. Yeah, I like that it gets Jaws out a turn sooner. I do like that Rune Grinder can Mountain Cycle, at the very least. It's so slow, though. Alchemy. Between these two, I mean, I'm running 32 lands. I might need the Mountain Cycling from Rune Grinder. I might need Arterial Alchemy too. Getting 3 bloods, like, can do a lot for me. Like, even if I don't have Jaws in play, there's like a mini Jaws in a way. So I think that's kind of good. You know, like let's say Jaws dies, but I have like a Surly Badgersaur in play or like a Monument to Endurance or something like that. I'll be very happy for those 3 bloods. No doubt. No doubt in my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that puts me at 9 cards. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And somehow I'm back to 8 cuts. And that's without Risk Factor and Bonehorde Dracusaur. So something went wrong here. I'm thinking a March of Reckless Joy or Brass's Tunnel Grinder might go. Which is 2 card advantage cards. How many am I leaving in? Not many. A lot of this is like not strictly card advantage. That's like kind of sus. Okay, well I do get to leave one of these in, so which one would I rather have? I think that maybe flips into a land. But you don't play this early. You play this when you're like out of options. Versus this, you could play when you're out of options or early. So I think I'd rather March of Reckless Joy over the Brass's Tunnel Grinder, because I don't think I would play this on turn, like before turn 5. Even if I do want the Descent counters, because if I'm playing it for the Descent counters, then I'm not gonna get the Descent counters. Then they'll be like, oh, he's trying to descend, he's trying to flip it, watch out. And they're not wrong. Like it's a strong card. You discover when you cast a spell, like that's sweet. Okay, so no to this, and that'll put me at 8 cuts and 8 adds, so just like that. Another upgrade in the books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, would you look at that? Yeah, I think I did a good job with this one. I think everything I'm adding in is gonna make this deck better than what I'm cutting. 1, 2, 3 and a half ramp spells, 1 damage spell out, lifelink out, 1 removal spell out, Blood Moon, which I never even played out, and Pain Distributor, a card that ramps but also helps opponents, is out. So yeah, I hope I have a fun shark video ahead of me that you guys will get to see. And what else can I say? Hopefully he doesn't get removed over and over again, as seems like the best way to deal with this deck. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully Jaws can stay protected and enjoy the gameplay.
This card, Misty Rainforest, I'll crack it to go find. I'm gonna get a mountain. I don't want to see any more islands on path.
Not again.
Okay. I'll play a mountain and pass.
Alrighty. I'll draw.
Okay, got it.
I will play a snow-covered swamp and pass the turn.
Pretty good hand.
Play a.
I guess I could get Surly Badgersaur out before. No, I think what I do is I get
Sorry, mountain and pass.
Curse of Opulence, maybe.
Dang, I'm
turn
feeling left out.
blue.
Everyone's got a mountain but me.
Oh.
Oh, that's a stopping ground at least.
See if it lets me get Jaws out.
The mountain
Couldn't
forest.
he couldn't get a basic
Mountain board.
mountain off of it.
Yeah,
That is
no,
fair.
no,
I
no,
was-
not after that one game. No, we'll play a forest. We'll do 2, or not another forest, but a frog butler.
Close. Cool.
It's played on Wick, the Curse of Opulence. Draw. I'll play a mountain and I'll put a Curse of Opulence on Wick the World Mind, and I'll
Sure.
pass.
Gold's to be had. Let's go.
Jackals.
Alright,
Yeah,
I'll
so-
untap and draw.
I don't like how Jaws is
I
like
will
a very
play a snow-covered swamp.
easy to
And I'll
disrupt
pass turn.
commander. You know?
Untap, upkeep, draw. Play this Railway Tower. Tap 2. Play a Talisman. Say go.
Like with Jaws gone, everything falls apart. At least with this deflecting spot, I have a little bit of
Play forest.
resiliency.
We will tap 3 for our buddy
Oh,
Animal.
yeah, why would they play gold? Whatever. It's fine.
There he is.
Pass.
Untap. Draw. I'll play a mountain, and I'll tap 2 for Brotherhood Regalia, and I'll pass.
Nice. Untap and draw.
So next turn I can play
I
Treasure Vault and
will
Mox Opal. And the
play
Mox
another
Opal will be
snow-covered
online.
swamp. And I'll tap for 3
And I
and
can
play a
Jaws.
Quasi-Reverend.
So
It's
that
a
could be
3/3
good.
flying Death Touch lifelink that I can spend a black into and exile it from my graveyard and put flying Death Touch lifelink counter on target creature. And I'll pass.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw this. Play swamp.
I would like 1 gold token here to put the Regalia on Jaws.
Bloodline Pretender. For 3.
Name rats, right?
I'll
It's
name
like-
rats.
I forgot.
This whenever a rat
Snail.
enters, it gets a 1/1 counter. I'll pass. It's also a changeling.
It's like
so that
Purple,
means it's a
right? Sack a snail.
And a rat.
Deal damage.
All of them.
That's pretty good then with that, yeah.
Well, tap 4 blue, green, red, and 1. We'll do Omnath, Locust of the Royal.
Mm.
It comes in, does damage equal to the amount of elementals to target. We'll poke Bloodline Pretender for 2.
Wow, I hate it here.
Land per turn, Anamo,
He's not gonna attack. It's
counter on Omnath. Why did I put 1? That's 1 counter, not 2.
I would love it if you did, but I don't think you will. How risky
guess
is
I
it
could
to
put
play
that on.
Jaws here?
Yeah, whatever, I already did it. We'll pass him there.
Untap, draw. And play a mountain, and I'll play a Mox Opal, and then I'll play Jaws, and I'll pass.
Okay. Untap.
Sorry.
Oh,
Draw.
not Mox
Wait,
Opal, sorry. It's
Mox
got to be
Opal
the
cannot-
Treasure Vault, because it's an artifact land, so that makes the Mox Opal work.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Not the mountain. Got it.
Pretty. I thought I would have drawn a land by now, but right, I guess.
I just drew Wheel of Misfortune too, that's really...
I will tap for
I
3
can't do Surly Badger.
and play a Palantir of Ornthake.
Love that card.
such a good card. Yeah, because on my end step, I'll scry 2 and put an influence counter on it, and then target opponent has a choice of having me draw a card or milling X cards or X number of influence counters on it, and you lose life equals to the milled mana value of the cards. So,
someone out.
yeah, I don't think I want the gold that bad, because that's another artifact for Jaws. Even though I am tempted. I'm going to go to my end step now. And put an influence counter on this and scry 2. I'm going to put... I'll put them back like... this.
Discard a creature.
And then, let's say...
Discard a land, make a treasure.
Shadowcraft. Or Shadowcroft. Do you want to have me mill one card or draw a card? And you lose lose
You
the
can mill a
mana value of the
card.
Love to hear it. Platinum Angel, so you take 7.
Sounds good.
And Platinum Angel will be in the graveyard. Pass.
Yeah, I think
Untap.
until
Upkeep. Draw.
Palantir reaches like 4
Play
In
small.
case
counters.
somebody steals Peg from you and tries to get you.
Yeah, or even then it just lets me cast Phage, because I won't lose the game if I cast
Yeah.
Command Zone.
Commander?
Oh, that's right. That's right. When you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Commander's good. I'm gonna make a snap. Pass.
Are they a safe attack? Does the snail have death touch? Oh, it doesn't really matter. Brotherhood gives good protection.
We'll keep that. Go. Three.
Yeah, I think I have to protect Jaws with Brotherhood, which means
Do I want that?
Surly Badger Source 4, protect for 1.
Yeah,
and then
okay,
1
yeah,
mana
we'll do
to
that.
crack a blood token. That should be
We'll
fine.
do that. We'll cast Forgotten Ancient. Counter on Animar. Do it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll pass.
They have a blue open. Untap. Draw. I'll pay 1 to put the Regalia on Jaws. Pay 1 for a Soul Ring. Counter on Forgotten Ancient.
Yeah.
I'll send Jaws at Wick World Mind for 5 unblockable.
Take 5.
Yeah, I'll get a gold token and 5 on damage. I'll get 5 blood. I'll go 4 for Surly Badgersaur, and then I'll pass.
Oh, I've never seen this Surly Badgersaur. That's a cool card. Nice.
It just came out in like a
Like the
pre-con
one,
in 2016. I don't know if it's seen a reprint.
Yeah, never seen that one
I
at
don't
all.
think I have.
That's like that one black spell that like does that
Yeah.
same thing kind of. Cool. Alright, I'll untap and draw. I will play a Snow-Covered Swamp for land for turn.
I'm very exposed here.
And
Gonna take some hits from Animal.
I'm really scared of this Animar. I don't know. How many cards do you have in hand, Animar?
4.
4. Okay. I'll just do
Scared
my
of
thing.
Animar.
Just the amount of counters you can put on it. You can put, it'll be -4, -4 discount on all your stuff next turn. So there's 2 counters on, maybe even more because of Forgotten Ancient. So, I don't know. I'm just gonna tap for 4 though, and play this Nyx Lotus. It enters tapped, and it taps for my amount of devotion to any color. I'll go to my end step and put an influence counter on this.
So I can do 2 blood tokens
scry
with the
2?
current setup. Badgersaur
Oh,
can
good.
fight 2 things. But
Let's
what?
put-
For what, right?
Yeah.
We'll just die if it fights. Oh, I forget to play land? No. Play
Let's
land.
put both on bottom.
Yeah.
And
25.
just because you have the most life, Animar, do you want to have me mill 2 cards or draw 1 card? And you lose life to the mill.
I mean, debatably, like that might be
You could draw.
better.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
I could use
I will
it
draw
to
and pass the turn.
get a treasure.
And top
but
upkeep.
No, I think I
Draw.
want.
Play a swamp.
No, I think I want the treasure. I think it's
Yeah.
good I didn't play the land.
Let's go 4. Play Vren the Relentless.
Right, 'cause-
Ward 2, 3, 4. If a creature in opponent's control would die, exiled instead. And at the beginning of each end step, make rats equal the number of ones that were exiled.
I will respond to that.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Just because I was going to do this regardless. Since I control a swamp, I'll pay 4 life and cast Snuff Out targeting Forgotten Ancient.
Okay.
Not the end.
Oh, so in response to the counter.
In response to your thing, you casting your thing before it enters, I do want to.
Yeah. Oh, right. I'm
Kill it.
sorry. Snuff out. I thought was something different. I thought
No,
it was like
doesn't. It just.
I kind of.
Yeah,
I
no, I
also
thought it was
don't
like a
getting the
tragic
benefit
slip
from-
type effect of a minus, minus, minus. You know what I mean? Pay 2 after that. Here's a rat colony.
Stuff out Animarchs is pro black, right? Pro
the-
white black.
Trigger commander. Make the snail a little bigger. Pass.
Batter sword. Certainly batter sword. Dude, nobody wants these gold.
Oh.
Cringe.
Why am I killing my Forgotten Ancient?
That was a very scary.
What did I do to you? Draw.
I had Animar on the field.
You know, I think I don't want to make.
Like I have a really good setup here if I can get to my next turn with this
Yeah, I
board.
think that might be the play.
Do you like the Soul Ring? Tap for 2. Don't mind if I do.
Do 4. We'll have
This is
Phyrexian
sweet
Metamorph come in as a copy of Jaws.
This is
Cool.
Metamorph. Oh, he wants a Jaws.
All right.
Makes sense, yeah. Now my
There.
pings will hurt me. And
And that
both
is
of them.
that path.
I'll tap 1, sack of blood. Both our Jaws trigger. So me and Animar take 1. Chase and Wick take 2. I'm gonna discard a land. That'll trigger Badger Soar, and I'll get a treasure. Okay. Did I do 7? So I took 7 from that, and then 1 from that, so I should get 32. Okay. Okay, and then right, I draw a card from discarding the land. Okay, and then I'll go to my turn. And I do want that gold, but I think Animar is gonna have to get swung at here. Animar, here's 5 from Jaws, unblockable because of the Brotherhood Regalia.
Tap a blue to Ottawa it back to your hand.
You have to pay 2 because of the ward from.
Oh, is it got
Brotherhood.
ward? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh man. That's right. Anything out yet? Where's Brotherhood? I'm gonna.
Okay.
Oh, whatever. It's 5. Yeah. Okay.
You can untap the land.
There was a
It was
creature
the
that you-
Frog Butler.
Okay. I'll cast a Wheel of Misfortune. This is the one where we pick a number. The highest number wheels and takes damage. The lowest number takes no damage and doesn't wheel. And everyone in the middle just discards their hand and draws 7. So if you pick 0, you won't wheel, guaranteed, because that is the lowest number you can pick, even if all 4 people tie for 0. I'm just gonna show mine on a dice, and I'll reveal it on the count of 3. When you guys are
I'm
ready.
ready as well.
I'm good.
Okay.
Hold on.
Holding on.
1 sec.
Yeah, I think I'm right.
I know
Okay.
I'm making it a pain.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna do it on the.
Cool. Everybody good?
3,
Yep.
2, 1.
Shit.
I
That was
did
3.
4.
Okay, so me and Phage
Zero.
are gonna take 4 and wheel. Wick will take nothing and wheel, and then Animar doesn't wheel. Yeah.
Is it a full wheel, so 7, or is they equal?
Discard, draw
We just
7.
discard our hand and draw 7. Okay.
Surly Badgersaur is going to see me discard a creature and a non-creature, non-land. So it's going to get a +1 counter, and then it's going to fight something. Is it an up to 1 creature? Up to 1 creature. I'll not have the fight. The creature I'm discarding is Roaming Throne, so that's the counter. And then Deflecting Swat will just... no fight's going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me put a counter on Badgersaur. Okay.
Are you kidding me?
This is cool.
I'm glad I
hand.
wheeled. I just drew 6 lands.
X-Less cast works on the amount of non-combat damage dealt to your opponents this turn. Okay. I'm gonna sack a treasure. That's gonna trigger both jaws. So you guys both take 2. I take 1, and Animar takes 1. I'll float a red. I'll tap 3 more in addition to that floating red, and play Pirate's Pillage. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards, create 2 treasure tokens. I'll discard Shinka, Bloodsoak Keep, just to land, so that'll trigger Badgersaur. I'll get a treasure, and 2 more treasures on resolution, if it resolves. And then I'll draw 2 cards. Okay, this is cool. I'm gonna tap 1 for 2. 1, 2, 3. No, it's gonna cost more than that. Darn. 1 second, I'm figuring out math here. I'll play a mountain for turn. I'll sack another treasure, float another red. You guys all take 1 from me and 1 from his jaws. Yeah, and then we take, me and jaws each take 1. I'm gonna use that floating red to play Chandra's Incinerator. It costs X less to cast, where X is the amount of non-combat damage dealt to your opponents this turn. Oh, I didn't have to sack that one there. I thought it was that I dealt, but it's just in general that your opponents were dealt. Anyway, whenever a source I control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, it deals damage to target creature that player controls. Source.
It's an enchantment.
You control deals no, this is a creature.
Okay.
The second part is, yeah, just my damage. That won't trigger from yeah, I guess what I was trying to do is point at all the like Animar's creatures, but it doesn't quite work that way. I overthought it. I'm trying to decide if I just pass here after that mini misplay. I think I do, yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Phage.
Alrighty. I will untap and draw.
Yeah, I wanted to play Chandra's
Alright,
Incinerator to like burn down some of Animar's creatures, but I think what I do here is I have a big score in hand. So I'm going to be using the big score with the treasures I have.
I will play this Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, so now everything is a swamp, in addition to its other types.
Reckless,
Yeah.
Fireweaver. I have like onboard damage with the Chandra's Incinerator too, so that's going to be kind of cool. And then the big
I will
score is
tap
gonna make me
one.
some treasures. And I have a land
play a
to
Soul
discord
Ring?
to big score. It's a great furnace. And I have a March of Reckless Joy as a payoff. March of Reckless Joy. A payoff for whatever I get with all these treasures and
I
stuff.
will tap.
So it's kind of a crazy hand I have here.
This might be a little early, but I really don't have anything else to do, so I'll just tap for 2 and play a Torpor Orb. So creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger.
I don't think that stops me.
Pretty brutal
Cool.
card, but eventually lets me cast Phage. And maybe slow you guys down. I'll go to combat and I'll just go to my end step and put another influence counter on this and scry 2. I will put both of those on the bottom. And let's say Jaws. Do you want to have me mill 3 or draw 1 card? You lose life to the mill
can
mana
mill
value.
3.
Okay. So you'll lose life to the milled mana value cards, so
Yeah.
mill 3. 1, 2, 3. So you take 5.
Okay.
It's 5 mana value. Pretty good.
Imp's Mischief.
So read the bones,
Yeah.
Imp's Mischief, and Rogue's Passage, and I'll pass turn.
Yeah, I felt like.
I realized I need to take 1 damage because I tapped this talisman for a blue.
Okay.
Last turn. I'll draw.
He's still sitting on that Odawara.
I'm so fucked. No ETBs is so fucking bad. Here's an exotic orchard. Acts as a command tower.
Did he ramp? How does he have so many lands?
Don't know.
7 lands, and it's like turn
I'm
6,
so
right?
cooked.
5. No, I think about turn 6.
1, 2, 3,
Did I?
4, 5, 6, 7. 7.
4. No, I've been playing the right amount of lands because I missed that 1 land drop, so we're on turn 6. He has 7 lands in play somehow. I'm not sure. Whatever. Maybe. Oh, he has his talisman next to his lands. I think that's it. Yeah.
Nothing I do,
1,
man.
2, 3. There's a talisman right there. Why is he
Okay,
messed up? Is it because of fixability?
I'm gonna pay 2.
Yeah.
Go black and colorless. Deadly Dispute my rat colony. Draw.
That do? Oh, it's just destroyed draw 2?
Yeah, sacrifice
just
it.
sack.
And draw. Yeah, draw 2
Okay.
created treasure.
I think I gotta
Sounds
use like everything to get his jaws off the board.
Make a treasure.
If he tries to get rid of Chandra's incinerator, that is. Yeah. That's so brutal. Oh my god. Yeah, this card's crazy. I'll probably just get Arc Animate off of it.
5 mana. 6 mana.
This is one of those cards I think is like too mean, maybe, for this bracket.
I don't know.
Whenever I play it, I'm like, what the heck? You know?
Top 4. I guess I'll leave this exotic orchard untapped.
Oh, you know what?
Here's a roaming throne.
Animar could have and should have done. It's just Odawara.
I will still get to name rats,
They could have
although
Odawara
it doesn't really do
Regalia
anything. I'll pass.
when I attacked instead of Jaws. I mean, I would deflect and swatted, but then they could have done that and then blocked with like their Jaws or something, you know?
Okay. But would it put hills for land?
Is that stopped by? No, it's
I'll
an
put
ass,
on
not a
that
win.
counter on Animar. Crack, would it put hills?
I could respond to
Damage.
crack
Go find mountain or
by
forest.
trying to mess with them, but
And we'll go find
dude, it's
We'll go
crazy
find
that the Animar
forest.
player chose to keep their hand. Like, what are they sitting on here other than Odawara?
I'll trigger on that again, another counter on Animar.
Crazy too that they have a thing with 3 color pips in an Animar deck. I feel like you want things that have like a lot of colorless, not a lot of pips.
It's not.
Like Metamorph is a great one.
Not let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do a monster manual.
I think I win on my turn.
Well, it's not fantastic.
Yeah, I think I win on my turn.
Yeah, kind of stalled a little bit with Beth.
I'm gonna do some Chandra's incinerating, or try to. I'll crack a gold token, double Jaws trigger. Float a red. Chandra's Incinerator trigger. I'll point 1 damage at Roaming Throne, it will get countered. 1 damage at Phage's creature, and 1 damage at Jaws. So they'll have a damage marked respectively, except for Roaming Throne, where the ward counters it. Is that clear?
Gotcha.
Because
we good by me. We each take 2 though, yeah.
Yeah, you'll take 2, and then
Yep.
Incinerator has seen 1 of that from my Jaws.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 red floating. I'm gonna do it 1 more time, same targets, and then 2 damage and then 1 damage for me and 1 damage for Animar.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna do it 1 more time.
Okay. My thing
So I have
dies.
3 red floating.
Your thing will be exiled, although this is past beginning of end step, yeah?
This is on
Or-
Oh, so this will exile the things that die?
Animar's end
Yeah,
step.
because of Ren.
Oh, yeah. Damn it. Okay.
Right, so I won't get the rat triggers, yeah?
I don't know. Sorry, I haven't looked at. What is your
So what are you up to?
question?
So at the beginning of each end step, create X 1/1 black rats,
Oh.
where this creature gets +1/+1 for each rat. Where X is the number of creatures in my control that were exiled this
Got
turn.
you. No, I'm doing this in end step. Sorry.
Right.
I would, yeah, not to, do anything mean to
yeah.
you, just it felt like the right thing to do. I'm gonna use 1 of the red down to 2 to crack a blood token.
Sure. We each take 2 again?
You'll each take 2, and I'll take 1, and Animar takes 1. And I'm gonna discard a Great Furnace, which is a land. So I'll draw a card, and then I'll make a treasure token because of Surly Badgersaur.
Sure. Marking,
Yeah, the same target. So at this point, it's just Jaws, yeah. So Jaws will have 4 marked on it. And then I'll crack I'll crack this treasure. And then I'll put another red in the pool. And 2 more damage to each of you. And then 1 to me and 1 to Jaws. And that's gonna, I think, kill Jaws, right? Your Jaws?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have 3 red in the pool and a mountain. I'm gonna go 4 for a big score. That's an additional cost to cast a spell. Discard a card, draw 2 cards, and make 2 treasures. Is that good?
go by me.
Additional cost. I'll discard a sticky fingers and draw 2. Get my 2 treasures. Okay, I think I can go to my turn now, yeah. Untap. Draw. I'll go 5 at Jaws like this, and Chandra's Incinerator is going to go for 6 down at Wick. No evasion, but I'll get a gold token on attack from Chandra's Incinerator.
Sorry, where is Jaws going at?
Jaws is going at Animar.
Okay.
Unblockable still from the Brotherhood and Ward 2.
How big is the dude? 6'6"?
Yeah, 6/6.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna take the 6. I'm not really doing anything.
Okay. Second main. Oh, I should have played that first. Whatever. I'll tap the Soul Ring for Ruby Medallion. Red spells cost 1 less. And then, I'll crack a blood token. 1 blood. You guys take 1 each. And I'll discard a Urza Saga and draw a card, make a treasure. And then I'll do it again. I'll discard a Snort. It has flashback, and it says each player may discard their hand and draw 5 cards, and that deals 5 damage to each opponent who discard their hand this way. That's if I cast it, which I'm not. I'm just discarding it and drawing a card.
Are you discarding it?
Blood token. Yeah.
Another blood, yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay,
guys all
gotcha.
take one.
We take another one, right?
Yeah. So I have 11 bloods.
You, let's see, what, 11,
I'll do a
15.
discard a reckless fireweaver, sacking
I think
another
you pretty
blood.
much have it here, right?
You guys take one. Oh, let me look. Sorry, I have
Because you have 10, you have 14 tokens
I
right
have
there on the
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, and 4 of it's this. So I could do 7 plus 4. I could do 11 to you guys, but that's not enough to kill Animar. I'm gonna keep going and see.
I mean,
but
if you draw until more lands, I think you get there. It's basically
no
not determinate.
lands in hand. I hear what you're saying. I'm almost done. I'm doing this blood, and if I don't find anything, I'm gonna pass. Just heads
Yeah,
up.
no, I'm not rushing you.
Okay.
I'm not rushing you.
So yeah, I tapped a land to crack a blood, and then I discard a Reckless Fireweaver, put a counter on Surly Badger Sword, and I'm drawing a card.
Cool. So we take one.
Yeah, and I'll do one more, discarding a Deep Shaker Titan, putting a counter on Badger Sword, sacking this. You guys take one, drawing a card.
That's 2 so far. Not 2 so far, but 2 since we started talking about it.
Correct.
Yeah, two bloods. Yeah, I'm gonna do. No, I think that's yeah. I don't have anything else. I'll pass turn. Yeah.
All right.
I understand, but it's hard.
Untap and draw.
I don't know. I think I could have maybe.
All right, that's
gone
not too bad.
to like overextend and kill Phage.
You know, it is pretty
and
bad.
Wick.
Fuck that Wheel of Misfortune really screwed me over. Because I shouldn't have. I drew horrible cards.
I'm sorry.
Including Torpor Orb.
Torpor Orb was one of them. It was Torpor Orb. Well, Soul Ring. The 7 I drew was 6 lands and Soul Ring. It was actually insane. So I have a hand of 5 lands right now. So I can't really do anything. I could cast Phage.
Insurrection. Oh, yeah, Reckless Fireweaver wouldn't have even done anything because of the Torpor Orb, Chaos Warp, and March.
I feel like if you didn't kill his Jaws, maybe not. You would have killed the other two of us.
Yeah, I think I got tunnel vision. I think you're right. I think it would have been the better.
It would have
play.
killed the two of us, like
Yeah.
me and Chase, but then you would have then been heads up against Alcar. But then I feel like you could have gotten there, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm balancing a lot of triggers, and I think I probably misplayed a few things there.
You know, it happens. I'll play this Cabal Coffers. I'll tap for 2. Tap this to because I have Herborg. Everything's a swamp. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black.
So I can do a Chaos Warp on like.
Yeah, I really can't do anything else. Let's make it 7 black
Animar.
and cast Phage on the command zone.
I can kill Wick instant
If this enters,
speed.
it would. If this is gone, it normally would enter and I would lose a game, but Torpor makes it not enter and have the trigger. Beck will enter, won't lose the game, and then I'll tap for 2. Can't do that either.
If they
Because how many
take-
creatures do you have right now, Jaws? That's untapped, I mean.
Right, I have just Surly Badger Sword, which is a 6/6 at the moment.
6/6. Okay. Yeah, if that thing didn't exile my thing, I could totally do something right now, but kind of screwed.
Oh, you could, yeah, make it fly.
That's what I was. That's right now. If I had this in the graveyard, I can make it flying. Cannot do that.
Nyx Lotus is pretty sweet with Phage, right? Because Phage has 3 red black pips, I think. 4.
I'll just go to my
It's a great man.
end step and
have 8 mana.
another influence counter on this.
I think I get targeted here.
Scry 2. Hold on, actually, I might wait on that. No, I can't do anything. See, I'm gonna do that right now. Fuck. It
I
sucks.
think just Wick dies. Wickson had
Let's
a rough
put
game.
both these to the bottom. And Jaws, do you want to have me mill 4 or draw 1 card?
You can draw a card.
Okay, cool. Draw. And pass.
Yeah, the Chandra's Incinerator is some very good instant speed
Yep.
like interaction.
Sorry, during that whole mess of your turn, Shadow,
Yeah.
did no creatures died?
Just Jaws. Oh yeah, the Phyrexian Metamorph should be exiled, I guess, right?
Right, was that on
That was
on his end step? That,
Oh,
like that was on his end
yeah,
step,
yeah, that's
not
right.
the
Okay,
rat.
so no
Yeah,
creatures.
that's what I'm
died.
asking
Yeah.
about the rat, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like you could have ended up whatever,
I
here I am.
could
I'm
have,
good.
yeah.
Here we are. I don't fucking know. Here's a Sulphur Falls.
Yeah, I kind of misplayed Chandra's
I don't
Incinerator.
have ETBs. This really sucks cock.
I apologize. I needed to get Phage out. I wasn't doing anything else.
So I can deal 4, 8 damage, 9, 10, potentially.
I don't fucking know.
Ping something for 10. Take out Animar and the Frog Butler. Yeah, I think I can close this out. Do I ping down Omnath or Animar? That's a 4/4 and
Get
Animar's
my
like
pants. Pay 3. What the fuck? Pay 3. I'm gonna sack the snail. You guys each take 3. I'm gonna draw 3. It's not getting any bigger anytime soon, so might as well. Okay. Those are cards. But do they do anything? I'm just dead to Jaws and I have no way of dealing with it, I think.
He's not wrong.
I'm gonna pay 3.
Probably could have won on my turn. I don't know, man.
4/5.
What if I just exile my whole
I'm
hand
playing
to Mark
Conspiracy.
of Reckless Joy?
I'm gonna choose snails. So all my shit are snails.
Nice.
I'm gonna pass.
End step.
On your end step, I'm gonna tap 2 and Monster Manual. Put our buddy Nick's Bloom Ancient out.
It's our pal.
Ooh. Nice.
I'll do stuff before you untap then, given that. Actually, you don't have card draw.
Yeah, I don't.
No, yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. Yeah, I might be flying too close to the sun here, but
Oh, God.
if he puts card draw on the stack, then I'll interact. But
Jeez.
because I can just insurrection on my turn, should be GG. Yeah, I think that would be ideal if I can like play
gonna-
around that.
I'm gonna tap out.
Tap
I
out
think.
with a Nyx Bloom is
Or am I, or no?
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18.
Because if it goes
20.
there, then does that matter?
It's got 20 mana.
Rain
Well,
not
18 mana.
working.
Ruh-roh.
I can do a couple blood
Just
activations.
thinking if
but-
this really matters at all. No, well, let's see what happens. We'll tap for 9 for a last march to the end.
That's
Small one, but 6 is better than none, I guess.
Animar's your highest, right? At 6.
Yeah, yep.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I don't have anything, please.
Yeah, it's good.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Because whatever they put out's just more for my insurrection here.
That's funny. We can put any number, huh?
I'm in such a good spot. Do I have enough to even cast? Yeah, I do have enough to cast insurrection.
We'll put Fanatic of Ronith out. We will put Formidable Speaker out.
You won't get the ETB, just FYI.
So we will put. That's it for that.
Torpor Orb.
We'll play a Forest Turn. We have what, one floating, right? Still.
Dude, Jaws is kind of crazy. I don't know. This feels like I'm cosplaying as a bracket 4 deck out here. But it is just because of Jaws, right? Like, it's one of those decks where it's like, if Jaws goes, like, it all falls apart, right?
13.
But, like, when he's in play, holy moly.
Okay. I guess let's see what happens.
Wait, why'd I discard Deep Shaker
3,
Titan? That's a
6.
freaking win con. How cocky am I?
13 mana.
That was stupid of me. I should have just kept that.
We're going to attempt a devastating onslaught,
That's interesting.
making 6 copies of Nick Bloom Ancient that have haste.
Yeah. I'll respond. If I sack 5 tokens to use the trigger from Incinerator to deal 5 damage to like a creature, and it was Nyx Bloom, would that fizzle the spell, or you just choose a different creature?
Target artifact or creature is already targeted, it would fizzle.
Yeah, it would fizzle. As long as Nyx Bloom Ancient is dead, once that resolves, it won't see the target anymore because Nyx Bloom is dead, so it will fizzle.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to do that. So, I mean, I could go slower or faster. If you have interaction, I'll go slower.
No.
Okay.
Unless they have interaction, so I think.
No, I don't have anything. So you are good to
Discard.
just do all
I'll
your
probably
triggers and see how much
If you're gonna like kill that, I'll probably scoop at that
Yeah,
point. 'Cause-
I have a insurrection on my turn, so
Yeah, you got it.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if they had any interaction on it, but if not,
No.
then
Dang
I don't
guys.
know, man.
that was I think our only hope.
Was Phage?
No, was the killing you with onslaught, because otherwise we were.
Right.
So-
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, at least the person that had to go in an hour and a half is safe.
True.
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah, it only took an hour. Let's
All right,
go.
guys. Have a good
Yeah, thanks
rest
for the
of
game.
your
That was a
week.
good one.
Bye
Yeah,
bye.
GG
Thanks
as
for the
well.
game. There was some misplays. I'll be honest. I could have played that game probably a little cleaner. Circular Badgersaur was sweet, right? Like, as long as I have a land to discard, it's just like repeatable triggers. Yeah, I think the biggest misplays, as that guy was saying, I probably should have left his Jaws in play a little bit longer, not try to kill it so fast. And then yeah, I think this card is a little too pushed for this deck. Chandra's Incinerator is kind of crazy. Just like a repeatable board wipe on a creature like that is kind of unfair. I don't know, like, this deck already feels like it's so powerful. I think I'd rather just have like another way to protect Jaws, like a redirect spell or that kind of thing, over something like this. Yeah, that's just me. You know what I could run is let me find it. I think I have it nearby. Yeah, I've got some cards I was gonna bring into the shop to get some credit for. I think it's in this pile actually. Where is it? This guy, Mage's Contest. This seems like a great spell for this deck because it's a burn deck, so you want their life to get low anyway, and then you bid life with an opponent. So let's say they try to remove Jaws, and I have a Mage's Contest up as interaction. Sorry, there's something blocking my chair. Okay, yeah, so what was I saying? Let's say they go to remove Jaws, then boom, I can do like a Mage's Contest, bid like maybe 15 life to save Jaws, and then if they really want Jaws gone, they can pay 16 life, I guess. I think that's a fair trade. It's kind of a fun counter spell in a burn deck. Is Chandra's Incinerator better? 100%, but that just kind of like totally like took over the game, the Chandra's Incinerator, and I don't really know if like that's a play pattern I want to do every game with the deck that's already this strong. It's interesting with this deck how like I got down to 2 cards at one point, like the Deflecting Spot and the Wheel of Misfortune or something like that. And yeah, it just makes blood tokens kind of tricky because like what am I supposed to do if I want to wheel, but like I don't know, like you need to be really careful about what you choose to discard, I guess, with these blood tokens and what you keep. I think in a way discarding that Deep Shaker Titan was a bit of a misplay because I don't know if Insurrection resolves, and then maybe I want like a backup plan. What else? I don't know. Jaws is cool though. I like it. I think it's a really fun mono red deck. I love that you can just have this freaking Jaws on your playmat. Like, dude looks sweet. Look at this guy. Yeah, so that's my Jaws deck. Pretty fast, honestly. From upgrade to gameplay, I think it was like under 2 hours, but it was a lot of fun. So thanks for watching, and I hope you found some cool deck tech for your own Jaws deck. If you have any ideas for ways to make mine even more synergistic or fun, please let me know in the comments, and have a good rest of your day. Bye. Okay. Hello, 667 Omega MTG. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm just recording some. I actually got a call I gotta take, so I think I have to stop the stream, take the call, and then maybe I'll play like one more game in like 20 minutes. But thanks for coming. I'm watching some Jaws gameplay. I did a deck upgrade for this video like a week ago, and then today I was just filming a gameplay episode to put with it, so this will probably go on my YouTube channel in like maybe a month or so. I put out a video every week on there. I don't usually I prefer obviously having a good win as the gameplay I show, but I just want good games at the end of the day. Like, this was sick. Like, I like that my opponents were pretty laid back. Nobody was, being a dick or anything. So this was a pretty sweet game. Glad you got to watch it. When I play the games, I typically can't really talk to Twitch because I just kind of like download the gameplay, put it in a video project, and slap it on the timeline and then export it. And so I don't really want to have like on YouTube like me talking to some non-existent people, or some people that don't exist as far as YouTube is concerned, because they don't see Twitch chat or whatever. But I appreciate anyone who stops by to watch. Anyway, yeah, as I said, I gotta go take some calls, do a little bit of some work, and then I'll be back in I think about 30 minutes for one more game today. And yeah, bye bye.